Everybody would love to see this individual be apprehended and for our community to sort of get back to business as usual.
Still no arrests in a Rock County manhunt, and now Dane County communities are warning their residents to be on the lookout. We've got a live report with the latest right now on News 3.
This is News 3 at 6.
We are now in the third day of a massive manhunt across Rock County for a man police are calling armed and dangerous. That man is 32-year-old Joseph Jakubowski. Police say he stole more than a dozen high-end rifles from the Armageddon gun shop in Janesville earlier this week. Officers also found his car burned up nearby. He's suspected in that arson. Police have had run-ins with Jakubowski before. He's got a criminal record ranging from battery and burglary to drug charges. Now, our Rock County reporter Jenna Middaugh has been following this story since it first broke. She joins us live in Janesville with the latest tonight. Jenna.
Well, Leah, investigators are continuing to follow up on every lead they get, even a tip last night of a possible sighting of Jakubowski, but so far nothing has led investigators to him. Officials say right now most of the tips coming in are coming from the southern part of Wisconsin, but the sheriff's office continues to alert surrounding communities about the danger Jakubowski poses so everyone knows what they're dealing with. This morning, the sheriff's office says it's followed up on more than 200 leads and was working on another 70 more. And with more than 150 local, state, and federal law enforcement officials helping with the search, they're hoping to find Jakubowski soon.
They are absolutely keeping their eyes wide for any sign of this individual. Any calls that come in, tips of possible sightings, have been getting a very immediate response.
And as officials continue to search for Jakubowski around the clock, several businesses in Janesville have donated food and water to investigators. Culver's on Milton Avenue donated 50 hamburgers and 50 cheeseburgers for dinner last night. And this morning, Dunkin' Donuts on Milton sent dozens of donuts to the law enforcement officers to keep them fueled for the manhunt.
I think that definitely keeps everyone's spirits positive and just keep going on it. Get this guy.
Oh, it makes you feel good because you know that they're out there protecting us. So it makes you feel like, wow, we can get back to them that are out there making us safe.
The sheriff's office says Walmart, Festival Foods, and Schneider Funeral Home have also been helping out, and Pizza Hut is donating pizza and pasta for the officials to enjoy for dinner tonight. And as always, the Rock County Sheriff's Office reminds people to keep an eye out for Jakubowski, but if you see him, do not approach him and call 911 immediately. And if you have information about where he might be, you can call the tip line. That number, 1-800-CALL-FBI. It's listed there on your screen. And again, the FBI is offering a $10,000 reward for any information that leads to Jakubowski's arrest. But again, keep in mind he is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Leah.
All right, our Jenna Middaugh reporting live tonight. Thanks, Jenna. Well, police in Sun Prairie on edge tonight after a report of a person with a similar description to that of Jakubowski showed up at a church. Officers say the man showed up at Bethlehem Lutheran on Thursday and asked some unusual questions. As a precaution, all services have been canceled there for the weekend. Sun Prairie police say because of the ongoing manhunt and now this suspicious appearance in town, all residents should be more alert.
We always want to hinge on the side of safety, because if we didn't, and if something did happen, it would be a bad look towards our department as well as the church as to, or whatever agency notified us, saying that, why did...
Now, police don't have any pictures of the suspect in that church sighting. He's described as a white male in his late 20s or early 30s with brown hair and a scruffy goatee. Again, a similar description to that of Jakubowski. A reminder, anyone with information is asked to call that tip line. Again, 1-800-CALL-FBI. In other news tonight, police in a standoff with a New Berlin man broke into his home to find him dead. It all started just before 9 last night as police got a report of shots fired from a house. When officers arrived, the man fired at them and refused to come outside. Hours later, tactical teams forced their way into the house where they found the man dead. All right, switching gears now to weather. Bob Lesh has a first look at your forecast. Bob, why aren't you outside? It's gorgeous.
Well, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Yes, it is a beautiful day. Despite quite a few clouds that have now pushed into the area, these will pass through as we head through the evening, and there are plenty behind them. However, we'll still see breaks in those clouds, although it will be cloudier for tomorrow. It will still also be windy and quite mild. Temperatures right now at 67 in Madison, 70 in Janesville and Mineral Point, 71 Lone Rock and Platteville, as well as Camp Douglas, 75 in Boscobel, Prairie du Chien at 73. So plenty of 70s sprinkled across the area today. Madison likely isn't quite going to make it there, but they will get within a degree or two. Wind speeds are generally out of the south end very strong, between about 10 and 20 miles an hour, gusting into the mid-20s at times. These are going to remain strong for tomorrow, as the front that's creating them is going to hang off to our northwest. So we'll still be in front of it, and we'll still be in that windy area. So this evening we'll see temperatures falling from those upper 60s readings down to around 60. It'll be partly cloudy, breezy, and mild. And once again, we're going to see a very similar day tomorrow. Eventually, some showers and thunderstorms move in, but that won't be until Sunday night. That's your forecast first.
All right, thanks, Bob. Police are investigating a shooting at a Far East Side hotel that sent someone to the hospital overnight. Officers say it happened at the Staybridge Suites on Cityview Drive just before midnight. That's where police found a person with a gunshot wound. Officers are still looking for any suspects tonight. And on the far west side, another report of shots fired, this one leaving a bullet hole in a child's bedroom. Police say it happened along Westbrook Lane around 2:30 this morning. No one was inside the room at the time. Anyone with information is asked to call Madison area Crime Stoppers. Well, some pretty dramatic video coming into the newsroom tonight of an SUV that caught fire on I-3990 near the Beltline. Madison firefighters say the car burst into flames with a full tank of gas, taking 2 trucks to fully extinguish it. The owner told crews he'd just bought the vehicle at auction. Officers say it's a total loss. And take a look at the damage left on this car after a tire smashed into the windshield. It happened along Interstate 41 this weekend. Police say it flew off another vehicle, bounced over the median and into this person's car. The driver was hurt, but not seriously. In national headlines, the Syrian airbase hit by a U.S. missile strike is apparently back online. This after a chemical attack took place earlier this week. Andrew Spencer has more.
In the aftermath of the U.S. missile strike, Russia and Syria are making it clear the Syrian airbase is back in operation. But military experts say the strike was not meant to take the base out completely.
We were trying to send a message and take out some of the airplanes we believed were involved, but knowing full well we were not going to be able to shut down operations at this airbase. I mean, it wasn't just a few hours after the strike. The Syrian television was already showing aircraft taking off from that base.
Indeed, a reporter for Russian state-run media posted this video showing a jet taxiing purportedly at that airbase with the caption, "Return to work at Sherrod." Syrian state-run media also released video of military officials touring the base. Meanwhile, well north of the base, activists say the same town that was targeted by a chemical attack on Tuesday started getting hit by a series of airstrikes less than 24 hours after the U.S. operation, though it's not clear who conducted the most recent strikes. While the Russian government continues to deny the Syrian regime had any involvement in Tuesday's chemical strike, Senator Rand Paul, who has been critical of the president's decision, says U.S. officials are convinced.
I can't go into the details of anything from the intelligence briefing, but what I can say is that our government, our intelligence communities, our military is convinced that the Syrian government was involved with the chemical attack.
Otherwise mostly quiet this weekend, President Donald Trump tweeted his congratulations to the military on the strike in Syria. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Now, news out of Syria overshadowed meetings between President Trump and the Chinese president taking place at Mar-a-Lago this week. The two reportedly talked about how to solve the North Korean nuclear issue and how to improve trade deals between the two countries. Well, still ahead here on News 3 at 6, how a local program is helping the elderly stay comfortable and safe inside their homes. More after the break.